Hello everyone. How do you like my little, my glitter globe? I wouldn't call it a snow globe. It's a, hi Lewis, a glitter globe. I'll do it again. Isn't that fun? It's so pretty. I don't know if it's coming across to you. Hi there, Aya. And Violet, right? Twyla, your name's Violet? Thanks for the wave, Lewis. Oh, so, one more time. Just looking, and all the I love glittery things. I love sparkly glittery things, and I got this at the Chopra Center when I was there in December. I got one just like this in silver for Draco, actually. One of his Christmas gifts from me. Hi, Teresa. I got your private message, and actually I'll be talking about that in a little bit. Okay. Hi, April. Thank you, Lewis, for sharing. Hi. Hopefully I won't drop this the way I did the other day. Shannon, and oh, I'm glad you like the globe. Yeah, I don't know. It just gives me a little bit of a lift here and there, which I'm sure all of us needed this morning with the news of what happened in Brussels. So, hello. Hi, Tony. How are you doing today? Yeah. Thank you, Violet, for sharing. Thank you so much. And Ray of Light. Yes, it was very sad. I have my, I don't know if you can see, I have my Give Thanks shirt on to remember to be grateful. Thank you. I mean, you know, when I wash my hair and style it myself, it's probably just going to look like a shorter version of what it was before, but the stylist I see, he's been cutting my hair, we figured out probably for 15 years now. And anyway, so he said, let's do something a little different. So it's actually a little shorter in the back. He called it a long bob. So yeah, it was really fun to wear. Then he was like, how do you want me to style it after you cut it? And I was like, well, you knew I was going to see Dancing with the Stars, so I was like, you do what you want. Thank you, Aya, for sharing. Thank you so much. Purple hearts, whoever's giving purple hearts, is that Aya? Because her name came up in purple. So his best friend, oh, no. Oh my goodness, Shannon. You know, this, I mean, I have to tell you, and maybe this is going to sound weak or pathetic, or I really shouldn't judge it. But I woke up this morning and I saw the news about Brussels, and anytime we human beings do senseless violence, you know, I guess especially to other human beings, but also to animals, to anything, I hurt so much inside, and I had nothing scheduled this morning. I actually just went back to sleep for a couple of hours. I kind of needed to go within, and I was kind of going back and forth between like processing it and sending all of the peace I could from me out to the world, and then I'd go back to sleep again, and then finally I'm like, yeah, time to get up and, you know, and be productive and channel that. You know, I still feel sad, though. I still feel very, very sad. I can tell that a big part of me is definitely in mourning for our planet, for you know, I so wish, I'm gonna get emotional. I so wish peace for everyone, including the people that we consider to be the bad guys. You know, if a person truly feels peace and love and gratitude inside themselves to go to a place to be violent, and you know, the fear, the anger, the violence goes away. And yes, and then they don't do that kind of stuff. That's right. That's right. Was that, yeah, Holly? Yeah, then they don't do that kind of stuff. So I know we have a knee-jerk reaction to want to rid the planet of anyone who acts that way, and which of course then creates more violence. And I don't know, you know, what the immediate answer is. I know we want to protect ourselves. I do think, I mean, this is why Deepak Chopra is on a mission to have 1 billion people in the world meditating. When we meditate, it's been proven, they've done studies, it's been proven when a lot of people meditate in a particular area. They did this in Washington, D.C. in the 70s. I might have told you guys this already, but you know, and at that time, Washington, D.C. was one of the most violent places in this country. There were so many murders going on, and a large group of people from the Transcendental Meditation Organization went there for 1 weekend and really focused on peace and love and meditated together for that weekend. And the crime rate dropped 25% during that weekend. Now that's huge. That is a huge impact. A few hundred people in 1 weekend made that kind of an impact. So it's one of the reasons I became a meditation teacher. I really, sorry, I really want to help the world feel that love and that peace, and for that to be our common consciousness instead of so much. All right, okay. Sorry, everyone. Yes, Violet, meditation helps reduce our personal stress, and it also, when we meditate, we literally give off a type of energy that's very loving and attractive and influences our immediate environment. Literally does. And so the more people who are meditating every day throughout the world, then yes, start with the children. But right now, I mean, everybody. You know, my mother didn't learn to meditate till she was in her 80s. So we can start at any time. Yeah, well, speaking of children, I'm going to turn the camera around and see this area where I give the mantras. If you saw this, was it last week or the week before? Now it looks a little different. There's a card over behind the little fruit bowl, and over here, you see those little tiny flowers in that cup? Well, I taught a 9-year-old to meditate this weekend. Oh, there you are. And it's traditional to bring flowers and fruit to add to the meditation, the mantra ceremony. And with children, I encourage them to bring what they want to bring. And he brought these those little flowers in that cup of water, and the card back there is a drawing of a flower, and he wrote "thank you." I mean, it's just so wonderful, and teaching him was just great. I just loved it, and he loved it that you know, we don't demand that people keep their mantras private, but we encourage it. And so when I told him that his mantra was very personal to him, and that I would like for him to keep it a secret if he felt comfortable doing that. He loved that he had this secret. It was really cute. Oh, yes, hearts of babes, so sweet. And we all still have that in us. All we have to do is, hi Diane, is thank you for the flower, is remember. And meditation's a wonderful way to do it. So, let me see here. Okay. Oh, a couple of announcements before we get to our power of words. One is, because of the Easter holiday, I'm going to be doing Pure Food Fridays on Thursday this week, and it will be at 11 a.m. So I hope to see you guys there. I'm going to be doing another of my mother's recipes. I'm going to be doing the Portuguese sweetbread that we do for Easter, that she always made for all of us for Easter, and I'm actually the batch I'm going to be making is what I'll be giving my children and grandchildren. So this Easter. So that'll be Thursday at 11 a.m. And then on Friday, I'm going to do a drawing. Thank you for all of the hearts you guys have given me. And I'm pretty sure, I was thinking it would be fun because I'm going to be with Danica and Draco on Friday, and I thought it might be fun if Draco pulled the name out. 3 in the morning. Well, I won't be surprised if you're not live. So, yeah, I'm doing it a little bit earlier because it's a long process with this bread, because it needs to rise and get punched down and rise again. It's a yeast recipe, yeasted bread. So for me, it'll be several hours from the beginning of the recipe to the end till I can, wrap up the bread and put it away. So, like, if I don't start by 11, I'll be up way past midnight by the time it's done. So, oh, thank you. Who said that? Masahil? Working. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, wait, I just saw something about Dan Loria. What are you doing, Tony, with Dan? Delays. All right, so I told you those. And by the way, speaking of Tony and compassioning, we, power of words, I am Cinnamon. Hi, Cinnamon. Where's my table? Oh, that. I pushed this out of the way. What? Now, so the word that I want to talk about today is one that Tony, he sent me a few words that he says over, I think it was over the last 10 years or so, that he has eliminated using, at least in their more negative sense. And so I chose one of those, and that's the word that I'm going to be talking about today, and that is the word should. Now, I looked it up in the dictionary, and there are several meanings for the word should. And it can be used to indicate what is probable, like something should be enough to do something else. Hi, Jennifer. It can mean a formal expressing the conditional mood. Anyway, there were like 7 or 8. Yeah. You're April's daughter. You're the wonderful singer. Hi. Is your name Cinnamon? I don't know. Alrighty. So anyway, so it can mean all these different things, which are great. However, the meaning that you and Dan are on a new pitch pilot for Fox. Well, I'll have to find out more about that. That sounds really great. Congratulations, Tony. So, no, it's Sarah. Julia is a singer. Oh, okay. So Julia has a sister, Sarah. Alrighty. So the word should, the way we use it that would be better for us not to, is actually comes up as the first definition of the word. And that is used to indicate obligation, duty, or correctness, typically when criticizing someone's actions, which also includes our own actions. So, and when we don't, and if we start becoming aware of when we say should, then we can catch ourselves and correct it. And over time, just like using try instead of do, and using but instead of and, don't should on ourselves. I think I've heard that before. I should meditate and use positive words. I would say it would be wonderful if you meditated and used positive words. When you say should, then it's a judgment. It's a judgment. So, all right, Tony, bye. Bye. So if you caught yourself saying to someone, you should wear black shoes with that jacket, right? Rewind. I think black shoes would go best with that jacket. Now that's my opinion. And if you don't have that same opinion, then wear your brown shoes or your white shoes or your red shoes. Red shoes are cool. Instead of saying you should, because then that means that's telling the person that you think if they don't wear the black shoes, they're doing something wrong. Becomes a judgment, rather than you expressing your preference. So, we talk about judgment here and there. Well, we haven't, but people talk about judgment here and there. And it doesn't mean to eliminate your preferences. It's about pushing those preferences on other people when you say should. A lesson from TV about should means we should all over. All right. All right, let's see. What's another example? We should always be nice. There we go again. It would be great if we were always nice. It would be wonderful. But saying should then creates this other dynamic. He should have been careful. Criticizing someone for not being as careful as we think would have been best. Anyway, so you just start listening for when you say should and switch it over. And it's okay if you're exactly critical or bossy, and judgmental. And if you catch yourself and you realize that there's a better way to say it, a more positive way to say it, a more tolerant way to say whatever that is, or think, because a lot of times, again, we're thinking this to ourselves, I should have done this, I should have done that, and we're like, Urgh. And it's like, well, next time I'll do this instead, or and perhaps I'll have an outcome that I like more. So, yeah. And do you guys have any more examples of should, where perhaps you would do better with another word you want to share? So we're going to do our meditation next. Ever thought about this before? Ever thought about this? Okay. All right, Violet. Well, yeah. How does a negative changes the way you feel? It definitely does. It changes the way you feel. It changes the way, if you're communicating with another person, it changes the way that communication is experienced. Yes, you could say recommend instead of should. Yes, or you could do something instead of should, or yeah, should always make me feel like should always makes me feel like I never get. Right, because you're judging yourself. So yeah, you just told them what they should do. Yeah. Changing should to try. Well, actually, you know, and that's, you know, if you're asking someone to try out a new way of doing something, that would probably still be better than saying should. Try doing it this way next time. If she doesn't listen. Yeah. Yeah. Using it too much with your kids. Well, you know, I can understand why you might do that. It's a natural tendency, because we're a lot of times, thank you, Shannon, a lot of times when we're talking with our children, we're feeling very intense in the way we want to teach them things, especially if it has to do with something that deals with their safety. So, yeah, I think if it's something real intense, then maybe you better do it this way, or else. Or else this is the consequence. And then they can decide for themselves, should I or shouldn't I? Do I want that consequence or not? Better than must. Well, for me, I kind of think of them as, it's kind of the same thing. Or, well, actually, no, I think should is more judgmental than must, because you must do it this way, or else there's going to be a certain consequence that you might not like, rather than you should do it this way, or else you're wrong. So, all right. Hi, Jennifer. Weren't you already on here? Oh, and Teresa, if you're still here, I got your message about that you would like for me to fix a banana bread or a zucchini bread, and I do have a banana bread recipe. I haven't used it in a long time. I used to make it for my children, and I'm going to check it out, see if I still like it. And especially since it's, oh, okay, Jennifer, especially since it's made, the original recipe was made with traditional wheat flour, so I'm going to be playing with that to see about using either spelt or kamut. And thank you for inviting followers. Thank you. So somewhere in the coming weeks, I will definitely be doing that recipe. Well, that's me being confident that I'll find a way to do it. I don't think it'll be too difficult to find a way to do it to make it with the kamut flour. All right, so I do not have a blog. This is my blog, so I can enjoy it. I didn't see who was it that said they'd have their kids doing the cooking. That's funny. I mean, it's great that they're learning to cook. All right. So, let's meditate. If you've not meditated before with me here and you would like to join us and you want to know, you want a little a summary of what we do, then let's say, we'll just say first time, or just put the number 1, and then I'll know that it's your first time, and so then I'll do a little summary of what we're going to do before we start. And in the meantime, I'm going to get this readjusted. So I think I have found a way. Okay, all right. All right. So that was Violet and Diane, and was it Joni, Andrew? Oh, wow. Wow, okay. Well, I hope you're enjoying yourself so far. And if you're not already following me, please do. I haven't introduced myself. I'm MahailaMcKellar, or that's my name. And I am the mother of Danica and Crystal McKellar. They were best known for being Winnie Cooper and Becky Slater on the Wonder Years. And thank you, Jade. And I teach meditation. I'm certified. I'm at 900 followers. Oh, cool. certified. I'm certified by Dr. Deepak Chopra. I've been teaching meditation, his meditation program since 1998. And yes, well, we've been meditating, Violet, on Tuesdays now for at least a month. At least a month we've been doing this together. So what we're going to do, first we're going to start with a breathing technique, alternate breathing, and I will guide you through that. And then I'm going to guide you through a little bit of a visualization type thing where with our eyes closed, we think to ourselves silently, I am, and then our first name and last name, and then just our first name, and then just I am, and then a hum. And again, I'll be guiding you. And then we start thinking the mantra. If you have your own personal mantra already or a mantra that you enjoy using, you go ahead and use that. And if not, then you can, you take a moment and you notice your breath without trying to control it. And on the inhale, you think so. And on the exhale, you think hum. Oh, I bet you'll do just fine on the train, Aya, because you've done this before. Yeah. All right, so what I want to do here is, let's see, I'm going to take this, will it go sideways? Because I set up, let's see, will this hold still for me? Or the cord wants to take it away? It's a weird angle with the camera, isn't it? Anyway, what I have here on the side, for those who haven't seen this before, is this is in case this timer is not for you to look at, but it's still kind of funny. I don't know, I think I might need an even better holder for my phone. This is in case someone joins us while we're meditating. So this way they'll know what's going on, because my eyes are going to be closed. I'm just going to be sitting here, right, with my eyes closed. And so then they'll know how much time is left, if they want to join, if they just want to, leave and come back or whatever. So that's what this is for. It's not for you guys. You're going to have your eyes closed and thinking the mantra. So first we want to get very comfortable, very, very comfortable, and take a moment to make sure that you are, and then we'll go ahead and start. Oh, thank you. What's your name? A Mills 17. All right. So, Amy, okay. Hi, Amy. So let's start with the breathing. So you're going to breathe out through both nostrils, and then you block one side, and you breathe in through both nostrils, block one side, and breathe out. Breathe in, switch sides, 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 and breathe out. Hi, Braden. We're just starting to meditate. Breathe in, and then breathe out. Now close your eyes and think, I am, in your first name and your last name. So I would think, I am MahailaMcKellar. Do that a couple more times. Now think, I am, and just your first name. 3 times. Now just think, I am, 3 times. And now think, aham, which is Sanskrit for I am. Aham. Aham. And now begin the mantra. If at any time you notice that you're thinking about anything else other than the mantra, you don't try to block those thoughts. You just bring your attention back to the mantra. At the end of the 2 minutes, the bell will chime. So I don't know if you could hear it, but the gong sounded. I had the volume very low. So at this point, keeping your eyes closed, stop the mantra and just rest easy where you are, allowing your awareness to become more fully grounded in your body. During this time, if you want, you can deepen your breathing. Move around a little bit. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Oh, great, Braden. I'm glad you liked it. I'm assuming you liked feeling relaxed. Yeah. So I want to encourage all of you to do this on your own, even if for just 5 minutes. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Yay. Yeah. And Yeah, the alternate breathing, you can do that anytime. I like to do it before I meditate. That you can do that anytime. If you're feeling stressed out or a little scattered and you just want to calm down and just bring it in my mind. Does that mean that you're meditating on the train worked? Are there such things that well, Amy, did you have a hard time just now? Yeah, so the breathing technique, anytime you want to do that, it helps to sort of realign your brain and cause you to be more centered and relaxed. So, will I follow you on Twitter? What do you do, Braden? What do you post? Do I want to follow you on Twitter? Maybe everyone else wants you too. Well, Amy, it's okay if you get distracted. It is part of the process of meditation that thoughts come in, and so it's not really a distraction. It's actually part of the meditation process. In fact, Deepak just wrote something about it today that I printed this out. He says, the key is knowing that you can't stop or control your thoughts, but you can decide how much attention to give them. So when we're meditating and thoughts come in, because they do, it's part of the release of stress, then you just bring your attention back over to the mantra. And the thoughts are still there. They're somewhere in the background, and that's okay. That's okay. It helps when you hear mom, mom, mom the whole time from Okay, well, you're 11 years old, Braden. All right. Well, we'll see if you guys want to follow Braden and okay, so maybe I'm not. No, you're not bad at it, Amy. You're not bad at it at all. It's part of the process. And that's let's see, because I know I typed this stuff out. All right. So when we're meditating and the way we find that relaxation and that feeling that comes over us through meditation, and it also integrates into our lives, which is even more important, that it integrates into our lives without us trying. It just happens. Is that there are moments, whether it's a second or a microsecond, when we transcend and our awareness transcends and we truly fully connect with our soul, our spirit, with pure love, with pure consciousness, and then we bring the memory of that love, that peace, that pure consciousness. We bring a bit of that memory back with us, and so it's a moment here, a moment there, and when we're there, we don't know we're there. That's okay. That's okay. Because that isn't what it's about. We don't sit down to meditate in order to have some magical, mystical experience. We sit down to meditate to bring that other pure love awareness and have it integrate into our lives, to make our lives a better place to be. Things flow more smoothly, that sort of thing. So, Deepak says, although you can't impose quiet on your mind, through meditation you can find the quiet that already exists in the space between your thoughts. Sometimes referred to as the gap, the space between thoughts is pure consciousness, pure silence, and pure peace. So that's what happens when we meditate. We're thinking the mantra. At some point, our consciousness transcends and we tap into that. We connect with that. We are that. And then that causes stress to be released. And when stress is being released from our body, that triggers our mind to think. So thoughts pop in again. And then we notice that we're thinking those thoughts. We don't judge it. We don't try to stop them. We just bring our attention back to that mantra. It's a cycle like that. It's a cycle like that. And yeah, Jennifer, and it's not about getting better. It's more about accepting that thoughts are part of the process, and then not judging ourselves when we think, and not thinking, oh, I'm not doing it right. You know, there is, you know, a lot of people think that meditation means that you completely clear all thoughts out of your mind, or you're not meditating, and that just, you know, simply is not the case. And this technique really works. It really works. It's very simple, and yeah. And Deepak also says about this. He just posted this today. It was like, wow, how great is that? Yes, and you don't shut down the thoughts. We can't ever shut down our thoughts. We can't. That's our mind's job, is to think. So we can't shut that down. And that's all right. Yes, it is, Braden. It's impossible to clear all thoughts. Absolutely right, Braden. And you're 11, huh? That's pretty good for an 11-year-old. So Deepak says, no, this time is well spent. This time that you're sitting and thinking the mantra. This time is well spent. When these thoughts intrude, know that your time is not being wasted. Even if it feels like you have been thinking throughout your entire meditation, there were seconds or microseconds when your mind slipped into the gap, which means you are still receiving the benefits of your meditation practice. And I love this little thing. Dr. David Simon co-founded the Chopra Center with Deepak. In fact, he convinced Deepak to move to San Diego and create the center with him. And whenever Dr. Simon taught meditation, he would tell his students, and this is really funny, I think, quote, "The thought, I'm having thoughts, may be the most important thought you have ever thought, because before you had that thought, you may not have even known you were having thoughts. You probably thought you were your thoughts." And that's powerful. You probably thought you were your thoughts. So by doing this meditation process and starting to notice, it's like, well, they say simply, Deepak says, simply noticing that you are having thoughts is a breakthrough, because it begins to shift your internal reference point from your ego mind to your witnessing awareness. We can talk about more of that some other time. That's another, that's really, and as you become less identified with your thoughts and stories of who you are, you experience greater peace and open yourself to new possibilities. That's the magic of meditation. That's what Deepak says. And it definitely is a big part of the magic of meditation. I think I'm tilted, aren't I? Yes, Andrew, cool. It really is cool. All right, so if there are no questions, then we'll stop for today. And I hope you guys will join me on Thursday for the cooking. Not cool, amazing. Well, thank you, Jennifer. I'm glad you feel. You're welcome, Amy. I hope you'll join me for. No, that was I announced that at the beginning. I'm going to be on the road Friday, actually with Danica and Draco. So I will not be doing Pure Food Fridays on Friday this week. I still want to do it, so I'm doing it on Thursday at 11 a.m. and I'm going to be cooking the my mother's, which was actually her mother's, now my mother's Portuguese sweetbread recipe, something that my mother always made for Easter and gave to all of her children and grandchildren and actually great-grandchildren. She lived to be almost 100. She actually had great-grandchildren by then. So I'm going to be making it for my children and grandchildren. for this Easter. So I'm going to be making it on Thursday and including you in part of that, the main part of the process, and sharing that recipe with you. So look forward to seeing everyone then. And and the other announcement I made is that Friday I'm going to be doing special ingredients needed for Thursday's recipe. Well, I figured out a way to make my mom's recipe with kamut flour instead of traditional wheat. And then there's eggs, lemon, butter, and I am doing butter, not ghee for this, and sugar. I use organic evaporated cane juice rather than other sugar from beets and that kind of thing, from the sugar beet. So yeah. All right, so let me see. There was something else I was going to say. Oh, Friday. Friday is I'm doing the giveaway. I'm going to do the giveaway, and I'm going to do it. I like the way Danica does it. So I have already picked 15 people who have been very, very supportive, and of oh, cool, Aya. All right. So I have the 15 people already, and I'm going to ask Danica if it's okay if Draco pulls the name, and if that doesn't work out, then I'll pull the name, and that'll be on Friday. I'm not sure exactly what time yet. Probably be earlier in the day, before noontime is my guess at this point. But once I know, I'll certainly, I post it. So if you want, I don't know if you guys all follow me on either Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, but I pretty much always, I'm not sure, I kind of want to say always because I might have, yes, West Coast time, Pacific Daylight Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time on Thursday. Anyway, I post when I'm going to, on the day of, I post, or the night before, I post when I'm going to be doing my intentional, what is that? I didn't get that. Right, Jennifer, you're 3 hours later. Yeah. So, all right. Well, I lost my train of thought there, but I'm going to go ahead and stop now. That's funny, guys. Oh, that's right. I remember you saying that, Braden. I think it was because Danica pointed it out. Yes, Danica's chat fills up quickly. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it sure does. I got blocked out of her. I couldn't comment on hers. I think it was Sunday morning at Disneyland. I'm like, oh, well, I watched it anyway. All right, that's what I was talking about that I announced. So follow me on one of those, Instagram, because I do it on all three. I put it on Instagram, and I have Instagram share with Twitter and Facebook. So follow me on one of them, and I'm MahailaMcKellar on all of them. Although except for Instagram. On Instagram, I'm McKellar Mahaila. If you go to MahailaMcKellar, it's an old account that I don't use anymore, and I haven't been able to get rid of it. Jennifer, you follow them on all, well, then you're seeing a lot of redundancy, aren't you? Oh, bless you, Aya. You've been such a loyal friend and fan for decades now. Alrighty, everybody. Well, thank you for the hearts and for meditating with me, and I do encourage you to meditate every day. Help spread this energy, this loving energy throughout our world. All right. Okay. What is the trick to getting this? There it went. Whoa, and that time it happened with me just tapping and not pulling it down. Okay, everyone. See ya.